something a little bit different. No bike, no helmet. Rolling around in the HD. Got the kiddos with me in the back. And something a little bit different today, as I said. Heading home to pick up my package that's coming in the mail. You know, when I started this channel earlier this year, I said I was going to do a couple of videos on some biking upgrades on a budget, and this is going to be one of those videos. So today we're picking up some Hog Liners. I don't know if you heard of them or not. It's a company that actually builds saddlebag liners for Harley Davidson motorcycles. I'm going to be outfitting my 2019 Road Glide Special with these Hog Liners. So I've had my eye on them for a couple months now. I've been doing some research, and I kind of stumbled across these, and I thought, well, you know, we'll give them a try. But I figured I'd do a video too, and kind of show you what they're about and show you what they look like and walk you through the install as I do it. So anyhow, heading home right now to pick them up, and let's see what we find when we get there. Alright guys, so here we're gonna go ahead and open it up. Try not to destroy this too much, just in case. It's plastic, so it looks like these just come off in maybe sheets. And I think what we're gonna have to do is, let's see how some of this. It's actually pretty thick. If you look here, thickness isn't too bad. I don't know what this is. Yeah, HL. Looks like their little logo there. Not sure what this is, but it does come with instructions. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to get some sort of glue here. Probably have to run to maybe Lowe's or Home Depot to actually get what we need for the glue. But pretty cool though, man. Look at it, man. These are marked. This is marked right. You can see the R there. There's a L on this one, and this is going to be the inside, like where the bolts go to hold the bag on to the bike itself. So I'm going to read up on this, guys, and then kind of walk you through step by step when we get going. All right, guys, what I went ahead and did is take the bags off, and now what I'm going to do is, actually, I've taken some of the hinging off already. Something that I should annotate, of course, like I mentioned before, I have the latch lights by Custom Dynamics on here. So what I'm going to have to do, just remove the latch from the bag itself, which I think would probably be the easiest thing to do right now. It's nice and easy. We're gonna have to do is set this lid aside. So now I got all this wire off. I have a lot of excess wire out that goes to the bike side for these lights, so I'm just gonna pull it back through, try to be easy with it so I'm not too crazy. Yeah, I'll leave about maybe 6 to 8 inches, and then I'm gonna have to do something with this latch. This latch is gonna pretty much follow the bag around until I can put it all back together. I don't want to take this end off because I've had to do that before, and it's a real pain in the butt trying to feed it back through this rubber grommet that you have to put on. I'm just going to tape it up, kind of get it out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and tape this latch too, so it doesn't get scratched up, the light doesn't get damaged. What we're going to do next is mask. They want us to mask in the instructions this little edge up to this little edge here, all the way down, all the way around the bag. So glue and stuff here, when your lid makes contact with this bag, basically so you don't get the bag lid glued closed, which makes perfect sense. And then you also have to tape the holes to the outside, because once you spray the adhesive through, you don't want it coming through and tacking up everything out here. And you also have to mask off these grommets. We're gonna clean this up first, and then we're gonna mask it up. They did say in their instructions that you can use just a household cleaner. You don't have to go all crazy and do like alcohol wipes or any of that stuff. So I'm just going to use some Windex and this cloth towels that I buy, little detailing towels I buy from like AutoZone or O'Reilly's, or even Walmart has this. So I'm just going to clean this up on the inside. They say not to spray the cleaner inside the bag, to actually wet the towel. Let's go ahead and get it wiped down.
Here we go now.
All right, now that it's wiped down, guys, for me, what I'm gonna have to do, I'll start masking here, but I'm gonna have to take these little mounting deals for the latch light wire off, so that way the liner sits flush onto the bag itself. So I'm gonna get that done next. So I got these off, and what I'm going to do next, I'm not really gonna worry too much about getting rid of this residue from the stickies. I mean, you could probably peel it off. This seems like it comes off pretty easy, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. But what I'm going to do is wipe it down one more time for that little peace of mind, and then we'll start masking. Alright guys, so I went and picked up just some regular painting masking tape for this job. Lowe's, anywhere you can really get your hands on it. But what you want to do when you're masking, according to their instructions, like I said, you want to make sure you cover up to this edge, and all the way around. You're going to have to kind of finagle the tape. You're going to have to do it in sections. I mean, some sections as small as like 2 inches long. So the longer stuff, I'll go ahead and just kind of start doing it here. And there's always like a bend, seems like, in these bags, so you have to kind of just play with it. I mean, it's tedious for sure, but the end result, the end product is going to be really nice. So don't let it discourage you. I know it's easy if you get in a hurry and try to knock it out real quick, you know, but just take your time, guys. Just take your time. Alright guys, so here we go. Pretty much done with the masking here. Just trying to make sure I got everything kind of tacked down, these edges. One thing you should remember too is make sure you, I think I mentioned it before, but these grommets, make sure you're masking those off. I just used a razor blade to kind of cut the circles out, put the tape over, cut the circle out, peeled it off. Works great. And then make sure the instructions say the holes that actually mount the lid hinge on, make sure you cover those up, because you're going to be spraying the inside of this and you don't want any of the overspray to get through these holes and stick to the outside of this. So what we're going to do now is spray the glue on the inside. Loctite 200 is what we're using. It's actually recommended in their instructions. So going to do this outside, of course, so it doesn't take long because it's hot outside for this stuff to start setting. So we're going to get all our pieces and together and run this bag out front and go ahead and start the process. Alright guys, out in the front yard, some little tools that I'm going to need for when we start gluing this together is a pair of scissors, and I'll get to that and show you how we're going to do that. That comes in the kit, so you know, is this little cardboard cutout, and you can actually use it on the left or the right side. So you just pretty much flip it over, but you want to stick that down in here so that way you don't get the glue to the bottom of the bag, the spray adhesive on the bottom, and make the bottom sticky, because these liners only go down to this point, and I'll show you that, get into that here in a second. So what we're going to do is give it a little spray. It's kind of important to note that you want to do it evenly, but this stuff doesn't really set really fast, so you don't have to worry about spraying it and then immediately get into putting everything on. So I'll leave this here, and we're gonna take and you're going to do the outside of the bag first. This one's marked R. That's the side that's going to stick to the bag, just like that. So you take and spray the back side of this as well. Nice and even. Make sure you get your edging down the middle. Okay. Alright, now you're going to take this, you're going to fold it like so, and you're going to stick it in the bag. Actually, you're going to, my bad, I'm trying to skip a step here, I'm trying to rush, but once you do that, you're going to take all the masking tape off next. I'm sorry. All the tape's going to come off.
Here we go now.
Alright, so we take this, fold it like so, as they said in the instructions, and we're going to kind of lay it in here. It's going to take a little bit of finagling here to get it to, let's see, let me get this camera adjusted right. You'll see the little notch, and they tell you just to kind of focus on the top of the bag, kind of getting all this lined up here. Kind of get this pushed down. top of the bag's good. Just kind of, there's going to be parts to this that are molded. The bag's molded, so you have to kind of pay attention to certain spots that are like the humps in here. This hump in here, I'll show you that in a minute. There we go. Alright. You just gotta kind of work it, guys. You know, this one's kind of, it's a little off here. Don't know that we're going to be able to pull it back up. You can see it's off just a hair. So let's try and get it right here. This is why they want you to focus on the top. There we go. The rest will kind of, there. Marked on the outside, or the side that's going to be touching the bag is going to be marked with the letter. So edging nice and even. There we go. All right, fold it in. Well, this is kind of hard because, you know, like I said, I don't have a workbench. So this just kind of is what it is, you know. Well, we're going to set this in here. I'm using these holes to guide me here. Mostly the tops, kind of where it's at. This down here, this top. They say on the instructions not to worry about this. You want to worry about your focus should be on the top and getting everything to the edge here and here. Okay. Now this is off a little bit though, so that might just have to be how it is maybe. Let's try and move it out. Just a hair. Okay. Okay. Now this is where it gets tricky for us with the latch lights. We're gonna have to use the scissors to kind of cut a line right down in here. So you just want to take and cut. I know it's a new liner, I know, guys, but this is kind of what makes it cool about having stuff, right? Custom stuff, different stuff, separates you from them. So all right, and this, make sure, there we go. And you're gonna have some overlapping here, don't mind that at all. Top's nice and together. Try to get this camera angle good. I'll make sure all this is tucked in. Now this is the part that comes last. So just kind of fold this over here up to the edging, and then just press down on it, and just like that. Okay. And that's pretty much what all the buildup was for. I know it's to be a little bit off here and there, but you just got to kind of work with it and play with it. So it's not too bad though of an install, really. So we'll have to figure out a way to make this work, but I have an idea, so we'll just have to roll with it for now, because it is what it is, and I don't want to ditch these latch lights for bag liners. I like my latch lights a little bit more, but let's go back inside and then get the bottom in here. I know these don't go all the way down, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. That might not be your preference. That might not be what you want to do or what you want, but this works for me. I kind of like the idea of having a little hidden compartment under there, if you will. And to be honest, unless what you're putting in here is this wide, you're never really going to hit the bottom of the bag. So it kind of is what it is. But I'm going to put that bottom in here, and then I'll start putting this back together and then show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so here it is. I got it all thrown back together and put back on the bike. Both bags are done. And this is the end result. So pretty smooth, man. I like it, digging it. As you can see there, nice, clean, all the way around, man. Really happy with these Hog Liners. Man, look at that. So what I went ahead and did was just cut some Velcro I bought, and just did the Velcro pieces you see there, holding down the wire for the latch lights. I mean, it's kind of the same concept as what we were doing before with the little tabs holding the wire onto the plastic. So, but here it is, man. Hogliners.com is where you go. They make them for all the Harley models. This one's fitting my 2019 Road Glide Special, and not too bad of the install. Prep work, a little tedious, but definitely worth it. So man, if you're looking for some liners and you don't mind getting your hands a little bit dirty, these are the ones that I recommend. So anyhow guys, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. Share, subscribe, like if you would, all that good stuff. Until next time, you guys take care, ride safe out there, and God bless.
Here we go.